WVII Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
A Presque Isle man convicted of murdering two men has been sentenced to life in prison. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. The town of Pittsfield has a new police chief, but he's been in local law enforcement for more than 2 decades. And nearly $3 million in funding for Head Start is heading to Maine. Thank you for joining us. These stories and more are coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Friday afternoon. We've made it to the end of the week, and your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So we have gale warnings in effect until 7 a.m. for your Saturday, and also small craft advisory. The gale warnings will be located right about in here, with the small craft advisory located right about in there as well. But as we zoom things out, we're looking pretty good. There was a cloud line, though. We're seeing it right about in here. It's going to be trying to get from the east, going toward the west. A little bit more of an unusual direction, though, as we'll be watching this beginning to move in. The rain won't move in. We'll stay dry. We will have to watch for that, as this will be tracking from the east, going toward the west today, with some clouds moving in later on tonight. And, of course, a little bit of sunshine now will return for the daytime tomorrow. So here we go. The clouds moving in later on this evening, the overnight period. So most of the day will be sunshine filled, but the clouds moving in later on tonight and maybe tomorrow morning as well. But we will see some sunshine as your Saturday progresses on. Winds will be out of the north, a little gusty at around 15 miles per hour at times. Maybe some higher gusts up to 30 miles per hour cannot be ruled out as we head towards your Saturday. Hence why those alerts are in effect. Upper 30s on the way, a little cooler today, mostly sunny and windy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. As for tonight, upper teens, partly cloudy and windy. Northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Plenty of sunshine early before it sets. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. The Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention is urging Mainers to take steps to avoid getting sick. An outbreak of illness has been reported in many parts of the country, including here in Maine. That includes a sharp rise in the amount of flu cases being reported around the state. All 16 Maine counties are experiencing a sustained increase in flu activity. There were 63 influenza-related hospitalizations reported in Maine last week. Most of those are people who are 65 and older. The CDC says the best protection is the flu vaccine, which is recommended for people 6 months and older. Officials are also urging people to stay home if they feel sick, wash their hands and cover coughs and sneezes, and avoid close contact with those who are sick. They say we should also clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. A Presque Isle man convicted of murdering 2 men has been sentenced to life in prison. 38-year-old Bobby Nightingale was also sentenced to 5 consecutive years for criminal threatening. 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis were found dead in a truck on Route 227 in Castle Hill in August of 2019. The criminal threatening charge came from an incident on State Road in Castle Hill 3 days earlier. A former Bangor resident faces up to 20 years for drug trafficking in Penobscot and Aroostook counties. 31-year-old Wayne Smith pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court in Bangor Thursday to conspiracy to distribute and possession with the intent to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. Court records show between January 2018 and December 2021, Smith, along with others, trafficked methamphetamine and fentanyl in Penobscot County and Aroostook County. He will be sentenced after the U.S. Probation Office completes its pre-sentence investigative report. A new leader has taken the helm at the Pittsfield Police Department. Vicente Morris was sworn in Tuesday after Pittsfield councilors unanimously voted to appoint him to the position. Morris previously served the Augusta Police Department for 2 decades. He worked his way up through the ranks from a patrol officer to the commander of the force's patrol unit. Morris says the future of the Pittsfield Police Department is bright.
The vision for the police department itself, I want to make sure that I'm leading good leaders here because I want to make sure that, when my time is to go, that I have people that I have brought through the ranks that will be able to, take my position and move forward. I want to make a very professional agency.
Morris says his door is always open, and if you see him, make sure to say hi, as he wants to get to know the community better. Basketball star Brittany Griner has touched down on U.S. soil. Griner arrived in Texas after being released in a prisoner swap. She spent much of the year behind bars in Russia. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest from San Antonio.
WNBA star Brittany Griner landing overnight in San Antonio, Texas,
after spending nearly 10 months imprisoned in Russia, arrested for illegally carrying hashish oil in vape cartridges at the Moscow airport. President Biden making the announcement Thursday that a swap had been made for Griner's release.
Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along.
Video from Russian state media shows Griner leaving a Russian penal colony and making her way to an airplane.
What's your mood?
Happy. Do you know where I'm heading to? No. No?
No. Вы летите домой.
You fly back home.
To the U.S.
To the U.S.
Да, конечно. Так что все будет нормально.
Everything will be fine.
Hours later, video shows Griner in a red coat released into U.S. custody on a tarmac in Abu Dhabi. The smiling man shaking hands and giving hugs is Victor Bout, the notorious Russian arms dealer who the U.S. swapped in exchange for Griner's freedom. Bout was arrested in 2010 and sentenced to 25 years for aiding a terrorist organization and conspiring to kill Americans. But Griner's friends, fans, and family breathing a huge sigh of relief.
I'm just standing here overwhelmed with emotions.
Sources say the prisoner swap came together in just the last few days. President Biden hoped to also secure the freedom of former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, imprisoned in Russia on espionage charges for 4 years. But Russia rejected the proposal, making it clear Whelan's release was not on the table. And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. made every possible offer to try to get Paul Whelan home. At this point, those negotiations continue. In San Antonio, Texas, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, more Mainers will be able to get high-speed internet. We've got the details when we return.
Hometown Health Center in Newport and Dexter wishes you the happiest of holidays. Come see us and have a healthy new year. Get your hearing aids at Dover Audiology in Dover Foxcroft. Better hearing brings us closer to the joys of the holidays. Happy holidays from Berg Activewear. See us for screen printing and embroidery for your team's, club, or gift giving. Visit bergactivewear.com.
Trident Medical International's annual Main Toy Drive is underway. Buy your toys at Bargain Depot in Newport and get 50% off. Drop-off locations are the Rolling Thunder in Newport and Herman Ambulance, 262 Billings Road, Herman. New unwrapped toys only. Deadline is December 20th.
Scudic and Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Okay, here we go.
I have to wear this seriously?
Are you sure about this, honey?
Yes, Dad, come on. Come on, get in, come on. All right, everybody say cheese.
Cheese.
All right, here we go.
This is so lame.
Wow, I love it.
Can I wear something else? What? You look great. All right, everybody get together. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my word, Dad. Bells?
It sure is festive, sweetie.
Can we tell people I ran away? Are you kidding? This is the best year yet. Say cheese.
No.
Cheese. Hey, sweetie. Ready for this year's Christmas card?
Oh my God, yes!
Okay, I think I got it. Here we go.
Unbelievable.
It's whatever, Dad. We look great.
This is awesome.
Big smiles. Say cheese.
Cheese!
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my wrist and they got me $185,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my hip and they got me $260,000. What did the twos do for you?
I needed multiple surgeries and Lowry & Associates got me $350,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Nearly $3 million in funding for Head Start is heading to Maine. A statement says the money from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services will strengthen Head Start programs and promote early childhood education opportunities for children in poverty. Androscoggin Head Start and Child Care in Lewiston and Downey's community partners in Ellsworth will use the funding to develop new approaches to learning, strengthen social and emotional programs, and expand physical health education. U.S. Senators Susan Collins and Angus King said, quote, Maine Head Start programs empower both parents and their children. From kickstarting educations and promoting positive parent-child relationships, Head Start's opportunities are invaluable to Maine students' success. Governor Mills joined officials with the National Telecommunications and Information Administration to announce a grant to provide high-speed internet to Mainers. Matthew Jaroncic has more.
Every person in Maine who wants a reliable and affordable internet connection can have one by the end of 2024. That is my promise.
That promise comes on the hands of President Biden's historic $65 billion investment in providing affordable and high-speed connection to communities across the United States. The money allows Maine Connectivity Authority to continue its promise in a meaningful way.
We're excited to announce that Maine is receiving an initial grant of $5.5 million to plan for the deployment and adoption of internet throughout the state.
This money will go towards creating an action plan for the state to provide high-speed internet, targeting communities that would need such services.
That planning process is so important because it represents a demand. And where there's a demand, where there's an engaged and informed community that is demanding broadband service, that represents a very real economic benefit, and that attracts a private partnership.
Many were in attendance, including Governor Mills and the organizations that will be helping to provide reliable internet to all counties across Maine.
Supporting Aroostook County, Northern Maine Development Commission, in Washington County, Sunrise County Economic Council.
And for Mills, giving internet to everyone is now a fundamental need.
High-speed internet is as fundamental to us and to our society now as electricity, heat, water, road systems. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Have you ever wondered how you would react if you were told you had a terminal illness? It was certainly a devastating news for Susan Curran of Old Town, but she isn't letting it get in the way of her dreams. In fact, as Craig Colson reports, she has a bucket list of things she hopes to accomplish, but she'll need some help.
I'm not done. I got a ways to go. I got stuff I want to do and learn and experience.
She has a warm personality that's clear from the moment you meet her. It's hard to believe this lively, energetic woman is living with a terminal illness. Susan Curran had already beat breast cancer once in 2015. You can imagine the feeling she had in 2020 when she learned it had returned. This time, it was in her bones.
I said, okay, but I feel great. I don't think there's anything going on. I feel better than I have in years.
Susan is now undergoing treatments to keep her as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But unlike some people who might understandably give up and wait for the worst, Susan has an ambitious plan. A massage therapist and karate instructor, Susan feels best when she's hiking and staying active. That's why she wants to visit all of America's national parks and is now raising money to make it happen.
And I love it. I just miss being outside. That's my church. Yeah. You know, people go to church every Sunday. Well, that was my church, was hiking and being at the top of the mountain. It's amazing.
You want to head up through the north, huh?
I want to go up through here and then sneak up there and then maybe hit wine country for a little bit, you know?
Susan says the biggest expense is coming up with money for a reliable van that she can use to travel the nation. She and her supporters have created a GoFundMe page to help raise money. She hopes other hikers and lovers of the great outdoors will help her set out on an adventure of a lifetime when spring returns. You can find her GoFundMe page on Facebook by searching for Sue and Rosie's National Park Tour.
I was going to do this when I retired, but my retirement has come a lot sooner, unfortunately.
After the break, we'll take a look at research that shows most Americans aren't getting a life-saving screening. We'll find out what it is. We'll be right back.
There was no salt or sand.
And because of that, I slipped and fell.
When snow or ice isn't removed, you need a powerful law firm to go after every dollar
you may deserve.
I needed to protect my rights.
Cases like this require resources and experience.
Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers and more than $500 million collected for Maine families.
I never thought I'd get that much.
The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
Wings, Wings, Wings is hiring, hiring, hiring.
Come work at Wings, Wings, Wings.
Wings is #1.
Wings does case management.
Bring hope to families by working at Wings, Wings, Wings.
I work at Wings.
I work at Wings.
Come work at Wings.
Wings, Wings, Wings. Ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
Mad Cat & Company in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza invites you to host your next event with us. We are much more than just a bar. Our event room is designed to host any type of event, formal or casual. Family gatherings, birthday parties, corporate parties, club meetings, fundraisers, or weddings and receptions. We've got you covered. Our open floor plan can adequately seat 100 or more people, and we can assist you with food, drinks, and entertainment as well. Call or visit our website today.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the great strength and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Merry Christmas to all our friends and customers from McCusick Petroleum, 32 Summer Street, Dover Foxcroft. Get your hearing aids at Dover Audiology, Dover Foxcroft. Better hearing brings us closer to the joys of the holidays. Unwind, 151 Water Street, Skowhegan. Maine-made wine, beer, and cocktails. Buy $100 in gift cards and get a free t-shirt.
Now to a history-making vote on Capitol Hill. The House passing the Respect for Marriage Act, codifying federal protections for same-sex and interracial marriages. The bill now heads to President Biden's desk. ABC's Justin Finch has more from Washington.
On the House floor, a milestone moment.
The motion is adopted.
In a rare show of bipartisan solidarity, Congress passing the Respect for Marriage Act, enshrining marriage equality into federal law. 39 House Republicans and 12 in the Senate joining every Democrat to pass legislation protecting same-sex and interracial marriages. Some Republicans pleaded for their party members to vote no, calling the bill unnecessary.
I hope and pray that my colleagues will find the courage to join me in opposing this misguided and this dangerous bill.
More than 70% of Americans support same-sex marriage. The bill fast-tracked following the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade and Justice Clarence Thomas suggesting the court reconsider rulings like same-sex marriage. Tammy Baldwin, the nation's first openly gay senator, says this bill was personal.
We can put to rest the worries of millions of loving couples who are concerned that someday an activist Supreme Court may take their rights and freedoms away.
The bill now heads to President Biden's desk for signature, and he says it will bring peace of mind to millions of couples across the country. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
While most mothers are able to have an ultrasound and see their baby, one mother now has a new option. Here's Sean McKinnon with the details.
There's nothing in this world like a mother's touch.
But you can tell, the nose, the lips, how the brow is.
That's so cool. And for expecting mother Ashton Johnson, touch is what she uses to see.
This is so cool. I have not been able to feel his or will see his ultrasounds at all. So this is so cool. I can actually feel his little lips and his little nose. That is so cute. And his little eyes. Oh my gosh.
Ashton is visually impaired, So when her OBGYN, Dr. Katie Sekpe, found out Ashton was pregnant, she knew what to do.
And so the thought came, like, it would be really nice to give her something tangible to hold on to feel the contours of the baby's face and to really get an understanding of what baby looks like.
Dr. Sekpe teamed up with another OBGYN, Dr. John Cote, to bring Ashton's ultrasound from a screen to something she can feel.
We're actually one of the first kind of institutions to be able to do stuff like this.
Cote says giving an expecting mother a 3D print of their ultrasound raises oxytocin levels and increases attachment to her baby. He says it's groundbreaking work.
3D printing has been around for some time, but when we're applying it to more common scenarios like everyday pregnant patients, and that's where it becomes, I think, a game changer.
For Ashton and her husband Logan, this moment,
I never really thought like I'd get to like see what my baby looks like in a way. I guess feel what he looks like.
Giving her new access to her child.
I can't wait to see what he looks like in person.
Filling them with love.
Thank you so much, guys. This really means so much to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
And gratitude.
I definitely would not have this opportunity without you guys, so thank you guys.
Whose nose does he have?
Mine.
New research letting Ashton feel the face of her baby boy that's soon on his way.
I hope other moms get to do this because it's so cool.
At CHI Health Bergen Mercy Clinic, Sean McKinnon.
That's so cool.
KETV, Newswatch 7.
Lung cancer screening can be life-saving, but new research finds that most eligible Americans are not receiving it. With more, here's ABC's Justin Finch.
Screening tests are used to catch or prevent some of the most serious health problems. This includes lung cancer, the leading cause of cancer death in the United States, according to the CDC. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force recommends people ages 50 to 80 who currently smoke or smoked regularly within the past 15 years and quit to get screened for lung cancer with a low-dose CT scan once every year. An American Lung Association report found people who are routinely screened are over 8 times more likely to survive lung cancer compared to those diagnosed after the cancer spread to more advanced stages. Also, according to that report, only about 5% of eligible Americans are being appropriately screened. In some states like California and Nevada, screening rates are as low as 1%. If you are one of those eligible Americans missing out on lung cancer screenings, now is the time to talk to your doctor about taking the test. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home and a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Happy holidays from Maine Collision Center. For all your collision repairs, we help straighten out your life. Season's greetings from all of us at Color Concepts, 840 Hammond Street, Bangor. See us for Benjamin Moore Paints and Hunter Douglas. ADA Fence would like to thank all past and present customers for your patronage. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Portal Call in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports, including Harris Tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, Man Bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portal Call, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
Simply Beverages is trying its hand at perfect mimosas. Fans can enter a sweepstakes to win a mimosa making kit. It features a cocktail dropper to control how many drops are added to the cocktail, as well as 2 single-serve Simply juices and a stemless champagne flute. Fans will also receive a holiday cocktail recipe and a prepaid card to buy their choice of sparkling beverage. The sweepstakes lasts through December 9th. Build-A-Bear Workshop says its teddy bears aren't just for kids. The company's CEO says 40% of its customers are now teenagers and adults. Many of the older customers are gift buyers and collectors who are attracted to licensed merchandise of popular video game characters and movies. Build-A-Bear has also gained popularity on TikTok as influencers hold stuffing parties. The company recently reported a 9.9% increase in its third quarter sales compared to last year. Well, the weekend is almost here. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, TGIF, your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. We have gale warnings in effect and small cat advisories up, both expiring at the same time tomorrow. The gale warning being noted with this shade of pink right about in here. There is another color just off toward the north by the islands where my hand is at, and that is a small cat advisory that is up also until about 7 a.m. This is all courtesy of gusty winds along the coast that will be causing some active surf with a system that's just off toward our east. In fact, there it is right there. And it's going to be sending some clouds in our direction. You can see the cloud line right about in there. So those clouds are going to be moving in as the day progresses on. But for us, looking pretty good as we do move forward. As we do zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, again, we also have high pressure right about in here, helping to keep us dry. So this front's going to be moving away, but we will have those clouds moving in later on tonight of the daytime tomorrow. So make sure clouds and sun will be the general idea later today. But of course, tonight the clouds move in, and then of course tomorrow, mixture of clouds and sun again. But again, here's Futurecast right here. We're going to be watching these clouds moving from the east going toward the west slowly as the day progresses on. And by tonight, they will start to move in, and we'll watch them stick around for parts of the daytime tomorrow. But of course, the sun coming out even more as we head towards Saturday afternoon, then looking mostly clear as we head towards Saturday night. Maybe a few clouds will try to sneak in from time to time. Let's talk about gusty winds, and boy, we'll be dealing with those for a while. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour today, tonight, and even in the parts of tomorrow as well can't be ruled out. So we have plenty of winds to put up with, and that's why those small cat advisories and gale warnings are in effect. And here's the wave heights. They seem to be increasing. 4 to 13 feet is the range that we're seeing on the map at this point with some of the surf, so that's what we're keeping an eye on with all of this that continues to develop. Alrighty, temperature history. We've had some warm days recently in the 40s and 50s, so definitely running about 5 to even up to 16 degrees above average at times, but we're going to be cooling off. Our average high is 37 degrees. We'll be close to that today in the upper 30s with the upper 20s by Saturday and Sunday, back in the low 30s Monday to Tuesday, and the upper 30s, low 40s return as we head towards Wednesday and also into your Thursday. Your forecast for today, here we go, upper 30s, mostly sunny and windy, the north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. As for tonight, upper teens, maybe lower 20s, partly cloudy and windy, northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, upper 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, the north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here we go, your Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Look what's missing. No precipitation on this chart for the next several days. It'll be mostly cloudy on Sunday, highs in the upper 20s, low 30s on Monday with a mostly sunny sky, and partly cloudy on Tuesday, highs in the low 30s.
Thank you, Devin. Google is releasing the most searched recipes of the year on its platform. Topping the list is Sugo, which is a tomato-based pasta sauce. Other recipes Google users search for are mango pie and Marry Me Chicken, a sandwich recipe from model Bella Hadid, which also made the list, going viral on TikTok. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. I hope you have a good afternoon and a great weekend.
Napa knows how to stay warm, and with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has just what you need to prepare for any outdoor activity. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are perfect for cold weather. And stay warm even longer with a free battery when you purchase any M12 heated gear with Milwaukee's e-rebate program. And while you're here, sign up for Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.